What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you the basics of FL Studio and how to make a Friday Night Funkin' song in them. Now, this won't be a full-fledged how to make it sound good tutorial. I might make more tutorials in the future explaining it more in depth. But I'm just going to explain the basics of FL in this tutorial. So first thing you're going to want to do, once you have FL Studio all opened, full version, you're going to want to press View Channel Rack. And this, you're going to want to make sure that Detached is checked, so that it stays open, even when you click off. Now, let's start with the simples. Alright, so this is a pattern. You can use these however you want. These basically, you can move them around the piano roll, and they will basically hold all your notes. So, for example, we want to make an instrumental track. Let's rename this to instrumental. Alright, now you can go down to Packs, Instruments, and I'll just grab a normal piano. This doesn't matter. Now you're gonna wanna press the piano roll on this. So you're gonna wanna make sure you have your pattern checked, like selected. You're gonna wanna press the piano roll button. So this one right here. And boom, you get this big pop-up. Now grand piano. As you can see here, you can place notes, you can size them. Oh, another important factor, the BPM. This is how fast your song goes. Well, let's do something like 154. Now, something you want to keep in mind is you should see these little note things. So you're going to want to either develop your song only out of ones with the hashtags, or ones without the hashtags. Because basically, they just don't really sound good together. I don't think I've ever actually developed a song in the only things with the hashtags, but I think they work together. Yeah, but if you do something like this, well, it doesn't sound that bad in that example, but try to stay on key. That's what we call it, I think. So just make sure you're developing these kinds of notes, not these. Alright, so let's say we want to make a good instrumental. Well, there's lots of ways you can make a good instrumental. Well, there we go. So, there we go. That's a good instrumental. Well, it's not exactly finished yet. So there's things you can do, like you can add little loops in. So if you go under Packs and Loops, there's quite a few like loops you can put in to make your song sound better. You don't always have to use these. It's dependent on your song. Usually I at least have them super quiet in the background. Alright, so there's lots of sounds that you can find if you just look around here. You know, you can find drums and get some sound effects to put in. Like, let's say we want to put in a few of these. You can just drag one in, and then as long as you have it selected, you can use click to place them down. So you can see here. So yeah, we're starting to develop a beat, you know? You know, you can do... But yeah, I don't want to make this tutorial super long, how to do complicated music. So moving on to the next section, how to add voices. So most FNF's characters or songs use a chromatic scale. Now, what's a chromatic scale? Well, it's basically... Okay, let me play it. Let me play Boyfriends to you. Yeah, it's basically a collection of their voice samples. I'll make a tutorial on how to actually make chromatic scales sometime in the future. So now what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to go into the Google Drive link in the description. The official stems folder for the FNF songs. You're going to want to look for a file called Boyfriend Chromatic Scale. You're going to want to download it. You should get this file. It won't really be in the sidebar for you, but you can, like, grab it in here from your file explorer, and you can drag it into your thing. But basically, alright, so now in this channel rack, you're going to want to press the plus button. Going to want to do more plugins, search up Slice X. Alright, there we go. You're going to want to... Okay, 1 second. Let me get that Slice X back open. You're going to want to drag and drop your chromatic scale onto here. And you're going to want to go right here, press right click, and do dual auto slicing. That should slice it right up. Next, you're going to want to do this and do detect pitch regions. And you're going to want to do that. Now, if you go back into your piano roll, go onto your Boyfriend chromatic scale thing. You're going to want to do Control plus A and X. And X. So now as you can see here, we have all his samples. Now, same thing goes with this for what I told you with these. Try to stay on the numbers without the hashtags. Or stay on only hashtag numbers. And also, you're probably going to want to press the plus button up here. And do a separate voices track. Also, you can use this little knob to turn up your voice. Alright, so let's see. Okay? You want to add some spacing to the voice lines, you know, make the song a little better. Alright, there we go. So, that's about it for the basics of FL Studio. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, so the video gets boosted. I'll probably release another tutorial sometime soon on how to make a enemy chromatic scale. You know, your own chromatic scale to use as your enemy's voice. But generally, that's all for this tutorial. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, just like what I just said. Bye, guys.